So, why might a senior choose to go to a Christian university? Now, as for myself, I went to UC Santa Barbara and I had a good experience there and value our public universities. So, when my daughter said, "Hey, I'm interested in a Christian university," that kind of took me aback at first. But then I did some research and here are some thoughts that I have to share about that. First of all, if that's something that you value, the integration of faith with education and thinking about your future life and purpose, then naturally there's a reason why that would be a benefit to you. But secondly, coming from the parent perspective, I was actually thinking about cost as well. And so for many of you out there, you're probably thinking, yeah, private universities cost more. And oftentimes that is the case, actually. And so I was a little reticent to even consider it as an option. But then as I did the research, I realized if you have a student who would be eligible, let's say, for a University of California, then they probably have a pretty high GPA to begin with. And all the three Christian schools that we had a chance to go on a tour with offered significant, very significant scholarships if you had that kind of GPA range. So I visited Vanguard University, Concordia University, and Biola University, and all three had that kind of benefit. Then it actually became very comparable then to a UC cost. So you're getting like that faith-based Christian university at the same price as a University of California. And then if you count and factor in as well that, as much as I like UC Santa Barbara, oftentimes I was in classes where I even had a class where there was like 800 other students in there. It was like a movie theater. But a lot of these Christian universities, their faculty to student ratio is very low. So you're getting a very low faculty to student ratio at the same price as University of California. So as I thought about this made me just want to share that out and also share the three different universities I went to for folks that are kind of wondering, is this a better option? And once again, I'm not saying it's a better option or anything like that. I'm just giving you the information for you to decide for yourself. Is it a good option for you?
So how are we doing?
Hello, this is Dr. Jeff. I'm here at Vanguard University for a campus tour. A beautiful campus in Costa Mesa. A small Christian campus that has a lot of personality. So we just met with a financial aid person, so it's really nice to have that one-on-one conversation. And one thing that I've been very surprised by with Christian private universities is the number of scholarships that are offered. So sometimes you look at the initial tuition, you're like, wow, that's a lot. And then I definitely recommend applying though, because there's so many different scholarship opportunities that you wouldn't have known were possible had you not applied. So I definitely recommend that. And afterwards, the admissions director had a chance to even pray over our family and pray over daughters. So love that they do that here at Vanguard University.
So without further ado, can we head on over there?
Vanguard University is a small Christian university, and some of the benefits of that is that when you go to classes, the largest classes you'll see is maybe about 20 to 1, which is so different from some of our universities out there. And because of those small class sizes, it allows educators and professors to connect more deeply with students. And I can attest this, being an adjunct professor here, one reason why I teach here is because it's the opportunity to connect with students, talk a little bit more closely, pray for them. And in addition to that, as I work with other faculty, so collegial, so supportive, so caring. I've also felt that as well. So that's one of the blessings of being a part of a small Christian university like Vanguard University. So we just had a chance to go on a tour. I definitely recommend a tour of Vanguard University. And in fact, a tour of any university that you're thinking about. It's so great to see other prospective students and the facilities, the dorms, the cafeteria, the gymnasium, all the different spaces, and be able to ask your questions. So I recommend it. I recommend that. Hello, this is Dr. Jeff, and I'm at Concordia University. Had a chance to go on this really awesome tour. And if you haven't had a chance to go on a tour here at Concordia University, I definitely recommend it. The tour guides are super friendly, and the tour is very comprehensive. Once again, this campus is a Christian private university. It's small, maybe a little less than 1,300 students, but it has all the comprehensive majors. But the campus, though, is beautiful and big as well, and very picturesque. So you go to all the facilities, they seem really wonderful. The student to staff ratio is about 1 to 14. We also had the chance to go to the cafeteria and enjoy some of the yummy food there as well. I think it's definitely worth taking a look at here. One of the things that I had not thought about when it comes to private schools is the tuition costs and how much support, so many scholarships that are provided for private universities. So if you thought, oh, I would never attend because it's out of reach, but actually if you look at some of the scholarships that you could potentially receive, it's very comparable then to actually the University of California system that many people might also be looking at as well. Also, it's a Christian faith-based school. So what this does is, as we enter different spaces, like it began with some prayer, there's like scripture all around campus, and you know that the faculty that you're interacting with is going to help grow faith. And this is my thought on growing the whole person. Yes, there's that academic perspective, there's a social, relational, physical fitness. All these things are very important, but oftentimes what I see missing is the faith development of a person. And that's a big part, I think, of becoming that whole person that we're intended to be, and finding our purpose and living out the dream and living out our plan. So I'm grateful that there's spaces here where they're very intentional about the development of faith and values connected with that faith. So thank you, Concordia University, for this tour, and so glad to be a participant in that. Hello, this is Dr. Jeff, and I'm headed out to Biola University, one of the finest private schools on the West Coast. It's a Christian school, and I'm headed out to Admitted Students Day. It's going to be a wonderful tour for both students and also prospective parents. I think most of the folks that are attending this, they've already been accepted, so they're going to be deciding if this is the campus that they want to go to. We can expect to see a class and be in the class to see what a class is like. So appreciative of just being invited to actually having a chance to attend the lectures, and with the small class sizes, actually filled up the room, and the students were super hospitable and even gave up their seats for the guests that were there. And really appreciate the small group instruction and then collaborative learning as well as collaborative docs. Chance to participate in chapel.
Worship, so if you could, would you stand and worship with us?
Because it is a Christian faith-based organization, there's oftentimes to grow your spiritual faith as well. And so they create that space by providing chapel. So I just had a chance to attend a chapel service. President Corey, he shared the message today, and I'm just reminded, just being on this campus, how many spaces there are to really reflect about your faith, just moment by moment, whether it's in the architecture itself or in the intentional ways. I like walking around campus because I think being in the space of learning, being in academia, being on a university campus is something that I enjoy as well. So I'm in the Elizabeth Elliot exhibit, and Jim Elliot, her husband, was actually kind of a figure that I remember really resonating with in my youth. He had this quote, "He is no fool, he gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose." And he ended up giving his life to share the gospel. And for students, I think it's time to connect with other students, check out potential dorm rooms as well. I think there are socials as well. So what are my thoughts on a day like today? I think they are very valuable, because I think sometimes there's going to be that first day, of course, of college, but sometimes what we think about and what we're prepared for before we go has a very big impact on that experience, like how we take those first steps. So today is one of those kinds of days where to learn, build that kind of foundation for the future. Got some meal passes, so I'll be trying out the cafeteria food. It's also one of the best Christian colleges as well. I've shared in the past vlogs a little bit about private schools, and with scholarships, it can become very comparable to what a University of California might be like here in California. In addition to that, it is a faith-based organization. It is a Christian college, so in the United States, one of the best Christian colleges, and in California, I believe it's the best Christian college in California. And although we're going to see some great classrooms and chapel, I think a lot of the learning actually happens outside the classroom walls. It's the times you have conversations with another person, the friendships, the clubs, office hours, internships. There's like so much to be that a person can learn in a college environment. And I think it's good to remember that. So as you're walking on campus, if I were looking for a university to go to, I would ask myself, can I see myself here? Can I see myself growing here? And if faith is an important aspect of your journey, can I see myself growing in my faith here as well?
Another